Well, howdy. It's the afternoon of Monday, May 4th, almost 2 p.m. here at Indian Lake Estates. And we're going to do another vlog. This one's going to be called If Wind Against Sun is Bad, How Can It Be Good? Well, most of you that follow the blog know that uh, there's great stuff most every morning. If there's no birds, there's always going to be cranes. Those are fun. And I recently discovered this. I have a new interest in plants that I'm working on, and I saw this bush, and what it turns out to be is white morning glory, and here a black vulture sitting in it. And you notice that here the wind is from over my right shoulder in the morning, which means it's sort of from the northeast, east-northeast. So the birds are sitting facing us. And even in this next one, the bird is facing us into the northeast. Not so bad. And then I went in close with the big lens. Actually, that was with the handheld 600G, just to get a couple of pictures so I could send it to my friend Bug Bob Allen. And he let me know that it was indeed white morning glory. Been great stuff going on with the cattle egrets, with the big mayfly hatches, super sharp zone, center zone AF. And this is with the 200 to 600 alone with the A92, a deadly combination. But the trick here is that in the morning, you need a wind from the northeast, from the east, from the southeast. Rarely the north or the south will get you by, but at least with an easterly component to the wind, the birds will be taking off somewhat towards you. And this one was in the blog, and that was a nice southeast wind with the wind over my left shoulder and the vultures coming in. So the general rule is you want the wind and the sun somewhat together when you're trying to do front-lit flight. Here I put out my feeder, and this vulture, not much wind, so they decided to play hop, skip, and jump to get over to the birds. And you notice here, this is the same bush, which is some kind of bush, shrub, a big shrub, covered by the white morning glory. I hope I said it right last time. Oh, I've got a little bug flying here. So again, in the morning, you want the wind somewhat behind you. And the same is true in the afternoon if you're going to be doing front lit. But I went down one afternoon, not even late, it was like 5 o'clock, 5:15, 5:30, maybe 6. So it was at least 2 hours before sunset. And the wind was from the east, which is terrible in the afternoon, but for whatever reason, the birds were landing on top of the bush covered with the white morning glory vine. So I took about 400 or 500 pictures and kept a very few, all with the handheld 600. The handheld 200 to 600, much easier than the 600. And get some light coming through the wings. And then the two of them landed in the bush. What's the big attraction of this bush? I have no idea, other than it being tall. And there's a nice one. I can move this bird back in the frame using APTATS techniques. You have an option if you want to make it all black or leave the backlight through the wing feathers. You can make a couple of versions. And then the sun started getting down nice and low, so I figured, well, I'll show them what I was trying. This is after I took all of these. And then I said, hey, that tells the story even better. 2 nice wing positions. Of course, I was cockamamie. Should have checked more for level, but I'm glad this'll convert nicely. And you see the sky starting to color up a bit. And I drove away and came back and did some more. And you're trying to see the bill, and the feet hanging down is nice. A little higher in the frame. Everyone's super sharp with that combination, 200 to 600. almost like child's play. And you see the sky coloring up a little bit. So a lot of these can be juiced up. Then I got one, the sun is like right over here. So I just saved that to see what the heck I could do with it. Probably nothing, delete it. Now the sky's coloring up nicely and I'm thinking, hey, I could take some of these and easily put them in the colored part of the sky. Even I could do that one. So it was a great afternoon, even with horrible conditions, because I had my eyes open. I got down there, I saw the birds landing in the bush, and I stuck around. I made a lot of pictures. They quit flying. I drove away. I came back. They were flying some more. And, I'll probably optimize one or two of these and keep them on the blog. And I might even combine them with a killer sunset. You can also take one like this and color it up in the raw conversion or after the fact. But again, the message is in the morning you want to win from the east for front lit photography. In the afternoon you want to win from the west for front lit photography. But when you have the wrong wind, keep your eyes open. I used to call these 11 o'clock silhouettes when you have wind against sun. So what's a bad condition for traditional flight photography is a great condition for silhouettes. That's the message. So Steve Elkins at Bedford still has some 200 to 600s in stock. If you want to come and get on the Sony bandwagon. And if you do, Lord, there's so much misinformation out there. There's so many people that have no clue. I try to counsel them to get the guide. Some of them are stubborn. Anyway, if you have Sony, you really want to get your hands on the guide. Hope you enjoyed this little shorty, and we'll see you out there. Love you. Bye.